Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Uh, I wanted to get on here and discuss, how I've always, like in all my videos, I've gotten on here and been saying, "Oh, I'm overcoming sadness and all that stuff." But what I've learned started learning from doing these videos is that even more important than what other people tell you, whether they tell you you're doing good or bad, just always remember never to let your self doubt uh, make you question whether you're good enough to do something, or that saying you're too shy and all that stuff. And not like, I know that I will get better with this over time as I practice and get used to talking on camera. I will uh, not repeat myself as often. Once I get used to it, I will cut down on how many times I lose my train of thought. Or I know, as I mentioned, like saying and is not really realistic. It's not realistic to never say it during a video. That's obviously just part of talking a lot of times. But it's just, you got to tell yourself that you can do it and you will. I get on here all the time and say, hopefully I will overcome my shyness and stuff like that. But it's not just hopefully. I feel that I will overcome my shyness. And you gotta always tell yourself that. You never let self-doubt tell you that you're not good enough, that people say they have a voice in their head saying, "Oh, they won't make it," and they're not good enough. Just always drown that out and have the mentality that you can and you will achieve whatever you wanna achieve. As the expression goes, you can do whatever you set your mind to doing, and my mind is set to get better talking on camera, overcome shyness, spread love and positivity, overcome camera shyness and all that kind of stuff. Not be afraid to get on here and talk on camera, not be afraid of what others may think when they see the videos and anything like that, or what any haters may say in the future, because none of that matters. All that matters is you got to tell yourself you can and you will achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can set your mind to do anything that you want to do, and just know that sometimes it's even more impactful what you tell yourself than what others tell you, because you can get whatever feedback you get. It If it's positive feedback, it's always appreciated. I appreciate everybody that's said all the positive things, but it's the fact is you have to tell yourself, which I'm learning, that you have to tell yourself that you're doing good. You have to tell yourself that you can improve, as opposed to, like, to be honest, when I watch back my videos after I record them, people say it's normal, but people always say you cringe at looking at yourself on camera after you recorded the videos. Or streamers say they sometimes they don't like saving their past broadcasts or VODs because they don't you know, they don't like looking at themselves back. They cringe at their own self when they see their self and what they said or did on their stream, while other people that's watching may find it enjoyable or entertaining. The fact is, you got to tell yourself you can, and it's natural to look at your own self, hear yourself talk if you're doing videos, and cringe at yourself, because, like I said, I honestly cringe looking back at my own videos every time I see them. And others can say I did good and all that, but it's just like they say, we're our own worst critic. A lot of people always second guess themselves and stuff, and I always do that myself, as I've mentioned before, so I won't go back into all that. But it's just you have to tell yourself that you can and you will. So from now on in these videos, instead of me saying hopefully I will stream, and my goal is, yes, my goal is to stream, but instead of me saying hopefully, I will say I will get better, I can get better, and I will get better at being on camera and talking for a longer period of time. I will get better at not repeating myself and rambling on as much as I have in the past in longer videos. I will get better at not being at least an introvert, especially on camera, and get used to talking and all that kind of stuff. And I will always spread love and positive vibes. That's my main goals. And like I said before, I'm not in it for any money or monetary gain or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just in it to improve myself and better myself, and being able to talk for longer duration. not be so nervous, not be so shy, not be so seeing I and more times than I count, like every few seconds. I mean, obviously, I can't promise that I'm never going to say in a video. I mean, even established creators at some point say in their videos. So I can't really, that's not really realistic for me to say I'll never say the word or I again, because that's just normal, obviously, filler part of talking. So there's not really any promise I can make about that. I can just try to do my best to improve upon that, and you got to tell yourself you can and you will, as opposed to you hope you can, or especially that you never tell yourself you can't, or you can't do something because like people mentioned that nagging voice in their head saying they won't make it and all that kind of stuff. And you got to tell yourself you will make it, you will accomplish whatever goals you have in life. And it's like a popular song years ago said, called "The Climb," that said, there's always going to be another mountain. You know, there's always going to be an uphill battle for some stuff, but you just got to know that you can and you will do it. You are good enough. You are awesome. You are not just a number. You are you are a person that can achieve whatever goal you want to achieve, and just know that you should always tell yourself that you can and you will. So instead of me saying, hopefully I will stream, or hopefully I will get over camera shyness, and hopefully I will be better at talking in these videos from now on, I will say and tell myself, not only say it in the video, but tell myself that I can and I will achieve the goal of talking longer on camera. I can and I will achieve the goal of streaming and talking on stream without saying 500 times and forgetting what I said or what I want to say. I will get better with all of that over time with practice, as I mentioned in my previous video that it's scheduled to come out. That I just I will get better each time. Practice makes perfect, and you will always know that you can do whatever you set your mind to doing. It's not impossible. It can happen. And as I mentioned, I support each and every one of you, just like all of you support me. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches these videos, that subscribe to the channel, that likes the videos, that has shown me any support in any way. I really appreciate it. I appreciate, as I mentioned in the last video, I appreciate all the streamers who have supported me through this journey. And as I've watched YouTube videos on it, they they say, the best content creators push through all the hard times and all the times whether or not you get low views and all that kind of stuff, like they push through it. They don't give up. They don't get, discouraged. They don't lose faith that they will improve, because I know I will improve. I know I will get better with this. And all of you who have any goals to do it, whatever goals you have to do, just know that you can do it. Tell yourself you can and you will. And that's what I will start telling myself and also saying in these videos, as opposed to me saying, hopefully I will get up the nerve to stream, or hopefully I will overcome shyness, and hopefully I know I will. I can and I will achieve the goals I'm setting to better myself, get better on camera, get not fear the camera, not feel awkward talking to a camera for a longer period of time. Because obviously, pretty much everybody is streamers have mentioned that they used to feel awkward talking to the camera as well, which, as I mentioned before, now you wouldn't be able to tell because they don't seem to second guess themselves. They don't lose their train of thought and all that kind of stuff. So I know I will get better with all of this. So in short, anything you set your mind to do, any goal you have, just always tell yourself you can and you will, and don't let any naysayers or even your own uh s- you know your own doubts, your own self doubts tell you that you can't, because even more impactful than somebody saying, a stranger or somebody else saying you can't, is when you start telling yourself you can't, because then you're in trouble, because you're starting to believe that you can't. So what you should always tell yourself is that you can and you will achieve whatever goal you have in life. And I'm now starting from now on saying that I can and I will achieve all these goals. that I've mentioned, I will get better at talking on camera. I will keep faith that I will get better, and as opposed to just saying I hope I will, I will now say I can and I will. So thanks everyone that watches each and every one of these videos. It really means the world to me. I will keep pushing out more content like this. So please stay tuned. Follow me on Twitch at night KNIGHTB89. Follow me on TikTok at Night B89. Follow me on X at Night B8922. Follow me on Instagram at Let's Play Night. Follow me on Facebook under my real name, Brandon Knight. And as I mentioned before, I will eventually stream. I do want to get better, and I know I will get better at talking on camera. And once I do, I will start streaming over on Twitch and proceed with the and start the interviews of other streamers and how they became streamers or what they like about it, what led them to stream, and all that kind of stuff. Because as I mentioned, I'm not only here for myself, I'm here to uplift others. I'm here to promote others. I'm here to give back to streamers who have always been nice to me and supported me, and also especially since I've mentioned I may stream and I start streaming and stuff like that. They've always been supportive of me, so I'm always going to be supportive of them. Just remember to always spread all the love, positive vibes, and joy in the world, because this world needs a lot more of that. There's way too many bad things happening, so remember to always spread the love and positive vibes uh, as much as you can. So thanks to everybody that's watching. I hope that you have a great night, day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will keep posting this content. So please stay tuned. Thanks to everybody that's followed me on all my social media platforms, everybody that's subscribed to the channel, everybody that's liked the video, everybody that's shared the video. It means the world to me. And thanks everybody for watching. I will see you all the next one. And all my links will be in the description of this video. So click the link and follow. And thank you all. I will see you all later. Bye, everybody.